Okay, everybody just take a minute. Let's settle.
The white hunter sits on his porch with his elephant gun in his tears. He'll shoot you for free if you come around here. A protester kneels on the neck of a statue. The statue says, "I can't breathe." Protester says, "Well, now you know how it feels," and he kicks it into the sea. I'm a Botticelli Venus with a penis riding an enormous scallop fan. I'm a sea foam woman rising from the spray, and I'm coming to do you harm. With a gun in my pants full of elephant tears and a seahorse on each arm. With my elephant gun of tears, I'll shoot you all for free. If you ever think of coming around here, I'll shoot you in the fucking face. I'm an ice sculpture lying in the sun. I'm an ice sculpture with an elephant gun. I'm an ice sculpture made of elephant-sized tears, raining gas and salt upon your heads. The president is called in the feds. I've been planning this for years. I'll shoot you in the fucking face if you so much as look at me. I'll shoot you just for fun. I'm a statue lying on my side in the sun with a memory of an elephant. Evaporating before your eyes, becoming a great gray cloud of rock, roaring my salt upon your own. I'll shoot you all for free if you so much as look at me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm much happier now than I used to be. That's not to say that, you know, I don't struggle, but it's not happiness that's the most important thing for me. It's like having a sense of meaning about things. I mean, I really feel much more connected to that, and that respect makes me happier. That I do feel a real sense of meaning in my life that's not dependent on my work. It's not dependent on my creative life. That feels like I'm moving towards something that feels like the world is a meaningful place. It's the very nature of the world is meaningful. And people are meaningful beings.
This morning crawls towards us, darling, with a memory in its paws. A child swims between two boats, her mother waving from the shore, darling. We won't get to Amsterdam or that lake in Africa, darling. And we won't get to anywhere anytime this year, darling. Time this year, we won't get to anywhere unless I dream you there.
Thank you for the words, the music, the grounding sanity that your music brings to me in my times of strife. I'm curious behind it all, the music, the words, the suits, the grief, the tenderness and shame and guilt and joy. Who are you? Kev from Ireland.
How do you answer that one?
I don't know. I think I would define myself differently now than I would have some years ago. I would have defined myself as a musician or a writer. And I'm trying to wean myself off those definitions of myself that are about my occupation and see myself as a person, as a husband, as a father, as a husband and father and friend and citizen that makes music and writes stuff, rather than the other way around.
I'm traveling appallingly alone on a singular road into the lavender fields that reach high beyond the sky. People ask me how I changed. I say it is a singular road, and the lavender has stained my skin and made me strange. The lavender is tall and reaches beyond the heavenly cover. I plow through this furious world of which I'm truly over. And sometimes I hear my name. Oh, where did you go? But the lavender is broad, and it's a singular road. Once I was running with my friends, all of them busy with their pens, but the lavender grew rare. What happened to them? Sometimes I see a pale bird wheeling in the sky, but that is just a feeling when you die.
There is a
But despite getting
what am I to believe? I'm the balcony man. Where everything is ordinary until it's not. I'm the balcony man. I'm 200 pounds of packed ice sitting on a chair in the morning sun, putting on my tap dancing shoes. Oh, my lap dancing shoes in the morning sun. I'm the balcony man, I'm Fred Astaire. You think you have a plan till I hit the stairs. I'm a 200-pound bag of blood and bone, leaking on your favorite chair. I put on my lap dancing shoes in the morning sun. And this morning is amazing, and so are you. This morning is amazing, and so are you. This morning is amazing, and so are you. In the morning sun. What am I to think on this balcony, Fred, where everything is amazing that stays in bed? I'm a 200-pound octopus under a sheet, dancing around your world with my hands and feet. Yeah, this much I know to be true. Yeah, this much I know to be true. Ah, this much I know to be true. Yes, and this much I know to be true. This morning is amazing, and so are you. 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 You are languid and lovely and lazy, and what doesn't kill you just makes you crazier.
My brother David died 2 years ago. He was just 24 and I was 19. It feels like everyone is moving on and forgetting him, and I'm afraid of letting go of my anger. What if I don't know who I am without it? For so long has my grief been an inextricable part of me. Alison. The thing I really love about the Red Hand Files, and why I almost consider this to be like a spiritual practice, is that I'm forced to think about these questions and not respond immediately. When I do respond immediately in my mind, I don't respond with the better part of my nature, I would say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It requires some days to sort of think about what the person's saying and to arrive at a compassionate relationship to the question and to the person who's writing in. That actually doesn't come naturally to me. And so the Red Hand Files literally keep me at the better end of my nature. Billy from Scotland. My wife has thrown me out. I've lost my job all within a week. Suicidal thoughts in abundance. How does one handle having seemingly no control over one's life? This is a really beautiful question too, you know, and incredibly sad. They're incredibly moving, these questions, because you know, you don't, if something happens to you, the first thing that comes to mind is not to write to these are desperate questions from people who don't have anyone to ask. You know, they're just sending these questions out into the whatever.
The void.
To the void, yeah.
There are some people who are trying to find out who. There are some people who are trying to find out why. There are some people who aren't trying to find anything but that kingdom in the sky. I'm going to the river where the current rushes by. I'm going to the river where the current rushes by. I'm gonna swim to the middle where the water is real high. And a God coming from the sky. And a God coming from the sky. Gonna swim to the middle and stay out there a while. Way down low, let the river cast its spell on me. Let the river cast its spell on me. Singing boy sitting on the bridge. Singing boy sitting on the bridge. Throwing pennies up the edge. Peasants working in the fields keep their heads way down low. Yeah, way down low. They don't want to let on what they know. Yeah, way down low. Way down low. Grab those pennies, count them 10. Grab those pennies, count them 10. Hand of God, never come up again. Let the river cast its spell. Let the river cast its spell. Oh.
Hand of God, hand of God, hand of God, hand of God, hand of God.
body of water flowing across the bed. You're a body of water flowing across the motel bed. Gonna swim to the middle, never come up again. Let the river cast its spell. Let the river cast its spell on me. Rushes by. I'm going to the river where the current rushes by. I'm gonna swim to the middle, stay out there a while. Cast its spell on